Welcome guys to Void of Just Gaming, your channel for Arena Valor content, and today I bring you the good old Diaochan. She's not really that prominent on my account because I usually don't play mages that much. I tend up to be support for whatever reason. Supports are like the best and no one wants to play that, I don't really get it. But it doesn't matter, this is gonna be a really fun game to watch. I will not be the best player in the game, but there will be a hilarious outplay, that's for sure. And I think the one who is suffering from my skills is a butterfly, which is kind of strange because I did not ult in, so I don't get that crazy shield. But in the end, she will be dead and I will be fine, and I think that is worth watching the whole video. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, just hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, a like will highly be appreciated. And if you've got anything to say about the video, just put it down in the comments below and have a pleasant day. Void of Dusk, over and out. And in brief, here's the build. We're going for full damage. There's nothing else that we want to focus on with Diaochan because she has to land all her spells, and that can sometimes be complicated, so we try to maximize the damage that we get from hitting with the spells, meaning that we've got the combination of the Boomstick and Hecate as well as the Holy of Holies for maximum damage output. Orb of the Magi is always good for damage as well as sustaining. The passive that you get from time to time, like the 10 stacks, is really helping you out. And we want to have the flashy boots because the flashy boots give us cooldown reduction, which just means that we can throw out more spells, and that's what we want, as well as the new item, the Evil Secrets, because that's really nice. Ability power, cooldown speed reduction, and magic pierce 150. That's like the optimum that you want to go for. Arcana wise, we're going with a full damage build, ability power, magic pierce, 10 times violate. We had the Devour ability power and some magic lifesteal, which gives us some sustain. And we're taking Hex over Flurry because that means 7% cooldown speed in total. And enchantment wise, you can see that we go on with this full damage thing. So we have the mana refill, which is quite nice because we are throwing out spells a lot. So we need every mana that we can get. Holy Verdict for a little bit more magic pierce, and the Holy Thunder because you get additional damage. Arcane Whisper, talent cooldown, so that we can just flicker out a little bit more. The problem is she is really slow. She's got no escape mechanism, so that's what we're taking for. And we've got the River Treader just to get some HP and mana regen while in Riverbed, because we will be on the middle lane for quite a while. We don't have that much damage on our auto attacks, so taking a tower by ourselves is quite complicated. That's the build. Let's get started. Here we are in the game finally, and as you can see, we're going with the Orb of the Magi first, so we're going to build the Phoenix tier, which is always the thing that we want to go for. Our team looks quite sufficient, so we've got Kilgroth, we've got Irie, we've got a AFK Eram, and we've got Yorn.
Can't we have some tea?
Can't we have some tea? And I think that is the game where I figured out how to play Diaochan, like what the combo is, and the combo is super simple, and it doesn't really take that much to kind of grasp it, but my brain just kind of did not work it out. My brain just didn't work it out, like it didn't work in my brain, like it was so obvious that I didn't see it. But when you see it, it's so obvious that you want to make it want to do it all the time, or want to make it. It doesn't matter.
Before my beauty.
So you've got to be a little bit careful, especially in the beginning of the game, because your auto attacks are not really dealing any damage to anything. Like, I think even the brushes won't be hurt by the damage that we're doing here. So we've got to be careful, because we will run out of mana quite fast. That's a drawback that Diaochan has, as well as many of the other heroes that poke a lot, for example Ignis. So even with the new addition of items which are able to refill your mana by offering some mana regeneration, you gotta be careful about that. That's obviously a drawback, and you need to be careful about this, because if you are running low on mana, you are not helping your team at all, because your auto attacks are like I don't know, like mosquito stings or something. It's just not affecting the game. If you are lucky to do something by an auto attack, it will be luck, as I said. Don't count it in. Like, this is not something that you should rely on. Just do your stuff. Keep 2 counters on your 2 all the time, if that's possible. And otherwise, just cling to your stuff. Use your 1, use your 2 afterwards, and you will be just fine. Like, I don't think that I'm pulling off the combo. It's not really a combo, like, it's just a sequence of skills. I won't call it a combo from now on. Basically, it is. You just should use, and that's always a problem. Lubu is just too fast. You should always hit your 1, followed by a 2, where you try to figure out where the enemy is gonna move. That is what you want to do as an ability sequence. So that's how you want to roll. You want to play with your 1 because it has the lower cooldown, and then you want to kind of read the movement of the enemy, and then you would want to put down your 2 template, because that's gonna freeze someone. I tried it here, but Butterfly was focused enough so that she was just running out of it or turning backwards, which was actually kind of helping her. I wanted to say save her, but my spells are not that powerful. So I mean, wave clear wise you're good because you can just freeze anything, but that's not even sufficient enough to freeze something. So we need to have some sort of items. Like, we're not Raz. We don't have that crazy 2 where you just need to kind of hit someone. You don't need any mana and everything's gonna be all right. Like, that's not how we play. We need to be a little bit more focused on where we want to put down our templates, and then afterwards we want to go in and kill something by using the stuff. And even if you're just preparing a kill for your team, it's just fine. Like, don't go in too much. Kind of almost killed the Aram here. And yeah, as I said, like, we do have a lot of CC on our spells. Like, every single spell that we are throwing at the enemy's face has got crowd control, which is actually super nice. So even if you're not winning because you are getting all the kills, you will still be beneficial to your team, because you can actually help them by freezing something, slowing something, and that's that. I kind of like her. Like, I didn't like her in the old version because she was just too weak. But now that she got this little improvement in sorts of power, she is really doing good. That's at least my... at least that's my perception that I get from playing her quite a while. After 5 minutes, Ivory finally finds out that she's like solo laning against the duo lane. That's classic. I mean, if you guys don't call anything, don't blame your team, because I've just watched a video featuring Maxime from Germany playing League of Legends, and he has this video telling, like, how are you able to get out of the gold league? And he says, like, guys, we are all idiots. Like, I'm an idiot and you guys are idiots too, and we are playing against idiots. Really nice flicker. So don't blame anyone, because we are all just stupid. I kind of think she killed herself here. And as you see, I don't have any damage to offer. It's just a pain in the ass. He gets his shield back. Oh my god, even if it's a really strong tank, as you can see, against like little to no damage coming from stuff. Not doing anything in terms of damage here, but as I said, I'm kind of helping the team. I'm gonna throw out as much CC as possible. So things are looking quite good. 7-3, we have managed to destroy that tower. So I think roaming down was actually quite okay-ish, and I do have the first 2 items, if you count boots as an item. So I've got boots and I've got the Orb of the Magi, which means I will get some nice stacks here, and every single time I level up I will get some sustain stuff, which means HP as well as some mana, and I think that's doing good. Like, the item is really nice for her, so you can benefit from that, because the longer you stay in lane, the more mana you get, the more experience points you get, and that's just how it works. And here we go, some assists up on our sleeves, and we even defeated something finally. And look at that, like, we just flickered on the bottom lane, and now we can flicker again. I don't know if the ability order is the right one. Like, I tried to level up my 1 at first because it's easier to hit. So I just thought if I hit more 1s, it will actually be easier. And that means that I will make a better damage dealer for the team. Really nice Aram ult here. And again, we have just thrown out slows here. Another slow, and there we go, another slow. Need to be careful here. She's gonna jump me, yeah. That was the last arrow that sucked to my head, and it was sufficient enough to kill me, which is actually alright, like. That's just how it happens. But it doesn't matter. We already have 2 towers pushed, the enemy has 2 towers pushed as well, so the already is not the word that I should use, but we're doing good. 12-7, got the first Abyssal Dragon, and I think the damage that we're throwing out is actually really, really good. Like, you can just deal with that. 6 stacks already, so the Orb of the Magi is really doing us a favor. And the good thing is, like, you can stop things in its tracks. Like, even if you are solo, you can just throw ice on minion cards, and it's actually gonna help you to survive. And it might just be the case that someone will buy the Gilded Greaves instead of something else. So that's gonna mess with their plans as well. Yorn and I should be a great team. So Diaochan as a support hero might even make sense. And then on the other hand, it doesn't. Because the problem is that you... Oh god, it's ulted. The problem actually is that you need quite a lot of mana to and items in order to be kind of versatile. And in order to help your team. Because otherwise you're just dealing CC, but there won't be any damage at all. So, and you don't have the tankiness of a Grog. That's the problem. Like, if you play Grog full tank, or at least most tanky, he will be just standing there in the rain of attacks, fire, bombs and stuff like that, and he will be there, and he will still be there after the whole enemy team has been wiped. Diaochan won't. Like, the damage output might just be the same if you don't get that much gold, but then in the end you are not a tank, which means you're not gonna survive the alpha strike. Not talking about the beta strike either. I don't know what was going on there. And I didn't want to ult in here. Oh my god, that... I could have played that a lot better by just like throwing out freezers just in front of me, hoping that they will go in there, and using the freeze as some kind of physical shield in order to survive, but it did not happen, so... Oh my god, that's such a nice scene. He triple killed them. I mean, yeah, they were low, but he was low as well, as you could see. And Kilgrove just triple killed 4 people. What a trade. Unbelievable. That's just how crazy lifestealy that character is. I think Kilgrove is gonna be the next hero that I'm gonna get with my gold. I do have 14k, which means that I will be approaching a new hero soon. And as you guys know, that I've got most of the Arcana that are played it throughout the game, so I don't need that, so I can use my gold to buy new heroes. If they don't change the mechanic to anything else, so that the gold will be a little bit more worth in terms of the overall game. So that just means that I can just buy nice little things. So I wanted to have Yawn get the blue buff, so that he can just throw out his stuff. And now we're approaching another tower. Got us some nice little setup here, which led to the point that... And here we go. And this is gonna be the outplay. There we go! Okay, yeah, I mean, in hindsight, when I was thinking about the game, it was a lot cooler. But, anyways. Darkslayer killed. And now we're dealing damage. That's the beginning of our damage phase. And now we're killed. That's the beginning of our being killed phase. As I said, guys, it's just not the video where you have these crazy kill ratios, but I don't think that this channel is just all about that. I think it's about getting to know heroes, getting to know their strengths and weaknesses, and I think Diaochan is quite a good example of what you can actually achieve if you just play with the team and you're not the kill leader. So I've got 13 assists, which is actually quite nice. Calculating those 3 kills in that I've done. The only stuff that I wasn't participating in are 6 kills, which is actually quite nice in a game where you're playing about 15 minutes. I can live with that. I do get some gold. I don't ever check the gold stat because it doesn't really matter. If they've got gold, they've got gold. If we don't have, we don't have. Like, there's nothing that I can do against it by just looking at it. Kilgrowth is just bringing that thing to an end almost by himself. Irie and I are approaching the tower. Ultimate here. Irie going through.
Yes, I do. Come here.
I get another tower, and that's the game. So yeah, Kilgrowth is pretty much carrying it as far as I'm concerned, but we're gonna have a look at the stats so that we can confirm that. And I guess it's a pretty nice game. Yeah, Kilgrowth. Damage taken as well as damage dished out. Nice team. 11-2. That's really nice. And here we go. That's his build. That's the stuff. And that's it. Thanks guys for watching. Bye bye yo.